British imposed a lot of unpopular taxes on the American colonists and didn't let them elect representatives.
Was that you? Nervous? Damn near terrified when you got to speak in public? Well, I'm going to give you some tips that's going to take care of that. Cue the logo. Ken Moser here, aka K Dog, in the house. If you're a new viewer, I want to say welcome. If you're an existing viewer or returning viewer, I want to say welcome back. The biggest fears, at least when I was growing up, and I read this too, the biggest fears of most people are public speaking, which now they call it social phobia, snakes, and death. Death. That means most people would rather die than get up and speak in public. They would rather die than just get up and speak in public. Well, I used to feel the same way. I didn't really want to die, but I hated being called on in class. I hated being put out in the open and have to speak to people. Here's how I changed all of that around. My first thing I did was I started analyzing what was it that was making me afraid. And I found out that it's common for almost everybody. You don't want to be judged. Think about it. When you're in an audience and you know somebody's going to speak, first of all, you're thinking, what are they going to say? And then when you see that person, you start looking at their clothes, you judging how they talk, when they start talking. And if they have something on it that you don't think is in style, if you got friends there, y'all start talking about them. Now, what happens is that's the same feeling that you think everybody else is going to be thinking about you. These tips that I'm going to give you will not work if you're scared. Now, remember, I touched on judging. You have to realize that the people in the audience, whoever's listening to you, are coming to see you. You have to remember that old saying, picture your audience in their underwear? It's because when they tell you to do that, you automatically feel superior to them. You don't need to picture them in their underwear. You just have to get in your head that you are better than they are. That they are beneath you. I know it's kind of a awkward way to think, but that's pretty much it. Because when you go up on that stage and you're scared, you're already giving your audience the power over you. You're letting their eyes on you intimidate you. You're letting their whispering control you. And they don't even have to be whispering about you, but you automatically assume that. So you take that power away. Now let's get into those tips. The first tip is master your material. Inside and out, master your material. When I did this with one thought in mind. In case somebody asks me a question, I don't want to be like this. Uh, uh, because that's going to let them know that what I said was a script. It wasn't natural. So master your material. The second tip is engage your audience. When I say engage your audience, I mean ask your audience questions. And them questions don't have to be about the material right off the bat. Ask them what they do when they came here. How was your day? You guys having a good time? If you notice, comedians do that. When there's a lull in their routine, they'll engage the front row and then start talking about them in the front row. That disarms them and then disarms the whole audience, because now everybody is engaged in what he's doing. They're focusing on the people he's talking about. Engage your audience. Talking to them, shaking their hand, bringing them into the conversation that you're having with the whole audience. And number 3, my personal favorite, humor. Humor works every time. Why? Because everybody likes to laugh. Why do you think they go to comedy shows? Because everybody likes to laugh. Watch this. What? See what I mean? Simple. When I employ humor, you do a little trip. You make your mistakes look like they're unintentional when they really are intentional. It gets the audience laughing with you, not at you. Or you tell a joke. Remember what I talked about engaging your audience? I use humor to engage my audience. And that's pretty much it. If you follow those 3 tips and get rid of the fear, you shouldn't have any problem public speaking. If you got any comments, tips, likes, dislikes, let me hear about them. I want you to join in. Help us all get them people who don't like public speaking, get them off the pot and on those stages. I'm Ken Mosley, aka K-Dog. I'm out. Peace.